Hello. Hello there, brothers.
Hey.
Hey. Turn off the fucking flash, you fucking moron.
What is that?
I don't know. Oh, I think that's the noise I make when I take a big poopy.
Turn off the flash, you fucking moron!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Screen Share, a movie podcast about landing on Earth a little too early.
Just a
My
little
name's called
bit.
Amos Wood, and I'd like to welcome you to Screen Share, a movie podcast about dinosaurs?
What the fuck are those?
So true, man. I like that they...
I'm Adam.
Jeez, fucking... interrupt me, man.
My bad. I didn't mean to.
Oof, it's okay, man. I like that they're forwarding the obviously false dinosaur agenda so blatantly in this, and they don't even have a marker for misinformation on there.
Yeah,
what the hell
we didn't
is
have the Twitter
happening?
banner pop up that said, "Oh, this might be misinformation."
Or the Spotify thing where they're like, "Uh-oh, I think they talk about COVID."
What?
You've never seen that?
No.
There's overtop some episodes. It might be overtop
but is it like
this
a
one.
misinformation thing?
No, it's literally just like learn information about COVID-19 because they mention it in the podcast. Even if the
I think
people
that
are
was
like,
their way of like putting something out so that people can be like, "Oh, this might not be true,"
yeah, it's literally just that.
without saying that.
But
the
it's
way
on everything.
the way you said it, I thought it was like warning people, like they talk about COVID, so if you don't like that,
I mean, it kind of is.
I guess
it's
so.
just learn more about COVID. Anyway,
I haven't seen those.
hi and welcome to Screen Share, a movie podcast about having a futuristic gun that no one knows how it works. My name's called Amos Wood.
And I'm Adam Cook. Yeah, he literally like loads it up once by like tapping it. So it's just like, oh, I guess it's loaded. And then later he does it and I'm like, oh, I guess he's out of like energy.
Yeah, and then he taps a couple buttons and now he's got a full clip.
Yeah. My assumption, because it looked
it air
kind of like a
gun?
video game menu.
Yeah.
The little screen on his gun. So
That was his native language.
Oh, was it?
Did you get that? That's weird shape? Those weird shapes?
Oh, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
because it was at the top of the picture too.
Oh yeah, because also when he was like trying to learn her name, it was all just those
Yeah.
like weird triangle shapes.
I think they were more of a
Well, they were triangles with their tips cut off, basically.
six. What's a six-sided one called? A hex?
Hexagon, yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a hexer.
But it was more like a hexazoid because it
That's
wasn't.
so true.
I'm so glad you agree with me.
Hi, welcome to Screen Share, a
I
movie
gotta say the
podcast
thing about the
about
gun.
figuring out where cave paintings came from. My name's called Amos Wood.
That was a little strange. I don't know if that's what they were alluding to, but I'd like to think that's what they were alluding to.
Dude, I've restarted the podcast 4 times in 4 minutes.
Hey,
How do you like that?
I like that. I think it's a good bit. Can I finish the thing about the gun though? Because
if I remember,
it was his
man.
language.
Yeah.
So now I'm realizing my thing was wrong. But like how I read it was he was like choosing a different type of ammo.
I thought
like
it was
a
that
gun.
too, because they don't explain that it's their language.
I said like a gun. I meant like a game.
But I don't understand why you need a button combination for him to load up bullets.
I guess that was him because it's like an energy thing. So I guess it's in some sort of electronic. I
So
guess
he's
he
like-
was like doing maintenance on his gun.
Jeez, man, that's pretty easy maintenance. So
But also,
this
what was broken about it? Because he was shooting, and we saw the bullets go down to 1, and then him miss because he's out of ammo. So he didn't fix anything. He just like
spontaneously
did he
immaculate
literally
reload.
just like drag the bullet like file out of a folder and into another folder?
Dude, he might have.
He might have actually done that. That being said, whatever that is dumb. One of the most powerful like blaster guns I've ever seen.
Is it a
movie.
shotgun or is it both?
No, I think it's like. I mean, I'd assume it's like mid range.
Sure,
Mid range. But like it's such a, he like kills one of the dinosaurs in one shot.
Yeah, that little one.
No, Like one of the T-Rexes at the end.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he killed that in one shot. The other in 7.
I guess it's because he shot it in the eye, but he shot the other one in the eye too.
Hey, who knows, Papa?
Oh, but I think those were T-Rexes, and the big one that he shot in the eye was some other thing, because it had huge arms.
Dude, I got no clue, man.
Dude,
I
half
got
the
nothing on
dinosaurs
you
I was
here.
convinced were fake.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah.
Like the ones with the arms?
Yeah, the ones with the big arms. I don't know. I think... Oh, yeah,
Those
and the little ones
pterodactyl
with
ones
the arms.
looked...
I assumed that
too
that's
big
some
of a head.
other type of flying one, but those didn't look real.
I only know one, so that's the only one that exists. This movie's directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They've directed 2 movies, one called Haunt and one called Nightlight. They are both horror movies. They also have written A Quiet Place and a new movie coming out this year, The Boogeyman. And it was produced by Sam Raimi. So it's a bit of a horror movie.
Yeah, although most of the horror is jump scare stuff.
Adam Driver crash landing on Earth 65 million years too early. Can I get an amen?
We should have probably... Amen? We should have probably said what the movie's about.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, I know. I'm just realizing it's like...
You went right into the gun.
We're already like... I was going to say we were 20 minutes in. We're 7 minutes in.
Look, it's just the conversation of 65 flows like...
Butter.
We're doing 65 seconds a minute.
So true. So what did you think of the intro bit? Because they had like an intro bit, and then they had more, and then they showed the title. So technically that whole thing was an intro bit. But I'm talking about just like setting up what he's doing, like right before he crashes.
So on the beach.
Well, and like in the ship, and then it crashes.
Okay. So the stuff on the beach, it's like kind of boilerplate, give this guy a wife and a daughter.
Yeah.
So he doesn't just kill himself when he crashes.
And daughter is sick.
Yeah. The daughter was in My Spy. You might have recognized her from My Spy. And the mother, because there's only 4 people in the whole cast.
Yeah.
The mother, what was she on? Oh, she's Rue's mom in Euphoria. So if you've seen Euphoria,
I haven't seen Euphoria. But...
It's Rue's mom. And that girl, the little girl, not his little girl.
Oh, it wasn't Coda. I think it was Koa.
Sure, man.
Maybe.
Not the one on the planet.
Wait,
I don't
his
know what their
actual
names
daughter?
are. Yeah.
Okay.
She was in Marry Me.
Oh, I thought you were saying she was in My Spy. You're saying
She was also in My Spy.
Why'd you jump over to the wife and then go back?
Because I think non-linearly, man.
Okay. Non-linearly. Sorry, he kicked me. That's proof. That's assault. We have evidence now.
You don't have video, so no one's going to give a goddamn. And she was also in this movie called Gunpowder Milkshake. Had Karen Gillan.
Did you see that one?
It's on Netflix.
That's not what I asked. Have you seen that one?
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I just watched it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I got Chat GPT to
Wait,
beam
you
it
can
right
watch
into my
movies
brain.
that quick, and you decided to sit through the entirety of this movie?
I was trying not to, but you clearly kept waking me up.
So actually, I guess we haven't mentioned this. We literally just saw 65, came home, and now we're recording the episode. There were, I think, 4 different times that I looked over at Calder, and his eyes were closed, so I had to nudge him awake, and I'd be like, hey, and he'd be like, what? And I'd be like, dude, you got to record an hour-long podcast about this movie. You got to stay awake. And he'd go, I wasn't sleeping. Every time. Every single time you just denied that you were sleeping. I mean, technically you didn't really sleep because I woke you up like 3 seconds after you.
I wasn't sleeping, man. It's just sometimes you gotta rest. You see too many dinosaurs at once, man. Fuck me. Okay.
Also, wait, there's one thing I want to say about the intro.
There's so many interesting things about this.
About the intro?
Yeah. So, number one, I haven't finished. I didn't even give my opinion on that. I just told you who the actors were.
Yeah, not sure why you did that, I'll be honest. But
because that's part of the show, but we fucked the format. This episode is breaking the format. Like a picture book.
That's okay. This movie broke the format of my brain.
what the fuck was I saying? Oh,
The intro.
as basic as it can be. The
Yeah.
crash, fine.
Yeah.
And the reveal that there's dinosaurs on our planet.
Yeah.
And this is 65 million years ago on Earth.
Yeah.
Falls flat if you've seen 2 seconds of the trailer.
Yeah. I wonder if I didn't really get a good look at the poster. I wonder if even the poster gives it away. Like there's a little dino in the back or something.
I don't
But
know.
if you see the trailer, you know it's dinosaurs. Here's the thing. This is probably like just a classic case of the studio getting too involved where like they want to sell the movie, obviously, but they probably made the movie being like, yo, what if we made a movie where it's like this we sell it as this sci-fi movie, but then all of a sudden they find out. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my phone. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is.
Nice.
Oh,
Literally
my God.
beside you.
Oh, no one called.
But like they probably pitched it as like it would be sick if there was this movie where people watching thought it was just a sci-fi movie, and then all of a sudden they
Like
land on
Planet
Earth
of
and
the
it's
Apes.
dinosaurs. Yeah, but the studio probably got involved and was like, well, we want people to watch the movie, so put the dinos in the trailer. Obviously.
Yeah, because that worked.
I mean, I guess that it. Well, no, Adam Driver's the reason I really came in to see it.
No, I'm saying that worked as in this has made $25 million as of March 16th.
Budget?
And if they didn't get tax rebates, it would have been 90 million. But they did, so it was only 45.
That's actually not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
It would be. I thought this
It
was,
was
going to be
initially
like $100
reported as a
million.
$90 million movie.
Yeah.
But then they get the tax rebates because they shot a lot of this, it seems, IRL. And they shot it in like Louisiana. There's been a murder in Savannah.
Yeah. Okay. Is Savannah in?
Savannah, Georgia, darling.
You just made a joke about a different state.
There's been a murder in Savannah.
So I think that the reveal would have been really cool if I didn't know.
Yeah.
That I don't think it would have made the movie good. But I think it would have made it.
You know what would have made the movie a little better?
What?
If the music was better. And it might have been. Danny Elfman was supposed to do the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know Danny Elfman?
Say a thing that he's done.
He did the Batman theme in
Absolutely. Okay,
89
yeah.
Batman.
Yep.
And then a ton of other stuff. He initially had composed the music for this, but then Chris Bacon took over. And there were multiple times where I was just like, is this free YouTube music? This is very mean. But like, I just don't think it was
Well, there was one where they
deployed
were
very
like
well.
just walking, but they were playing like silly
mischievous.
music.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I don't want to be rude, but the music was just like I think wrong.
Here's the thing. I don't think that the music was bad. It just didn't match the tone of each scene at all.
Yeah.
So,
And that could also just be because the script is kind of bad.
yeah. I was going to say the actors are actually pretty good. They're fine.
I mean, it's
But,
Adam
like,
Driver.
What are they working with?
There's-
Nothing.
So they make the decision to make the girl like speak a different language.
Yeah.
So they can't really communicate the whole movie, and you've got 2 characters.
Yeah.
What kind of decision is that? You have to have them talking because then there's like literally
They're probably
nothing.
going for the Logan vibe,
I think they were because that girl looks like the girl from Logan.
like Daphne Keene.
Yeah.
Literally anytime her face popped up on screen, I'd go, in my head, I would just think Daphne Keene. Because she has
looks like
very
her.
similar like face structure. But yeah, and because it's basically the same role.
But this girl was in Love and Monsters and played young Gamora.
Oh, okay.
Young Gamora.
He sang Gamora when she was young.
So this movie's had 6 different release dates, and like the 6th one was last weekend as of recording. 6 release dates because they shot it in 2020 going into 2021.
Yeah.
I think initially we're supposed to release early 22. and then had like a bunch, or maybe late 21 and then early 22, it like shifted to a bunch, and then landed
Yeah.
3 years after, or 2 years after it was shot.
Okay.
That's kind of rough for this movie. And they also,
Yeah.
upon release, only had one press screening for it the night
Okay.
before, which is also a bad sign. And they decided to release it alongside Scream 6, which is kind of just a bad idea.
Yeah.
And this one I don't think is affecting it as much, but I'd like to get your opinion on the movie Champions, the Bobby Fairley, who was one of maybe the directors of Green Book.
Oh, okay.
It's a Woody Harrelson comedy, I guess, about him coaching a group of...
Oh, I have seen trailers for that.
Yeah. I don't know what that movie is.
Yeah.
Why is that happening?
I'm sure that it's fine.
That's
and I'm sure it's a
that's a
feel-good
TV movie. Why are we making this and putting it in theaters?
I don't know. And yeah, Woody Harrelson doesn't really have the star power for that anymore. If he ever did.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Woody.
Maybe one day.
Apparently- I just said apparently and then
Oh, you
said
didn't have
nothing
anything
No,
else?
I didn't
Nice.
really have
Good,
anything else.
good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Apparently.
So I think the thing... Well, number one, one of the problems with this movie is the name.
Yeah.
65 means nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
And they don't say dinosaurs in the title. The trailer has dinosaurs in it, but you gotta put dinosaur in the title if you want people to come to see a dinosaur movie. That's just fact.
Or sell it as a sci-fi movie.
That's just fact. You need dinosaur in title, dinosaur movie. Dinosaur title, dinosaur movie.
Or sci-fi title and poster, dinosaur, and like trailer, dinosaur movie masked as sci-fi movie. Like that's what they should have done.
Here's what the reveal should have been.
Can you imagine being in a theater thinking you're going to watch a half-baked sci-fi movie, and then all of a sudden there's fucking dinosaurs? You'd be like,
Why would anyone go to a theater to watch a half-baked sci-fi movie?
because Adam Driver's in it.
I guess that's true.
Get one other star in there.
So
Boom.
the reveal that the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs is going to hit Earth that day happens about 20, 30 minutes into the movie.
Well, I think that's the first time we see it. But
Sure.
they just see it as like, or like she sees it and it's like, that's a weird
Yeah, that's what I'm
star.
asking.
Yeah, that's like 20 minutes in.
It felt like, and I said this to you in the theater, like it in Remember Me with Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
When the final shot zooms out from him looking out the window, he's in the World Trade Center on 9/11.
Yeah.
It feels like that, where you're just like, really? Like this is what's
This
going
day?
on? They
Yeah.
crash landed today,
Yeah.
the exact day. I guess they crash landed because of an unmarked asteroid belt,
Which was like, well, no, they
Because
crashed.
of that?
Yeah, they crashed into like one of the bits that broke off of the asteroid.
but also like, how is it unmarked?
And also, wait, how did they outrun the asteroid? I guess they're in a little spaceship.
They went
but,
out,
like,
they went up, and asteroid was going down.
what in the world? I don't know, man.
So there's really like nothing about this movie that's like fun, I guess.
Yeah, because there's not really any humor. There were some people in the
they
theater.
Can't talk, man.
Yeah, so like the humor comes like almost all has to be physical
Because
But-
they can't speak to
'cause
each
they
other.
Can't speak to each other. Some of the people in our theaters found some of the jokes funny, and like I'll say like 2 of the jokes gave me a little chuckle. But like only because it was so silly. Like there's a point where she picks up some berries and is throwing them at his back because she, I don't know, was getting bored while they're walking. And then he sees the berry, tests it. It says it's like not good
Not
to eat.
edible.
And then he says like, he's like signing to her and going, "This berry, not good. Do not eat. You eat," and like signals down her stomach. And then he goes,
Yeah, like that. That was good.
And he
That
like
was good.
fucking shakes around like he's angry in Marriage Story. And and she like I guess just stands there. But I just remember like what the fuck was that? The joke was he violently shook around and screamed. And that was the best joke in the movie. So let's move on to when he goes and saves her. Like he finds out that one of the pods is not broken, or he like just locates it.
Sure, man.
But he when he like did his video thing, which he recorded an audio distress signal being like,
Don't save me.
well, he recorded one saying "save me,"
And then he said, Don't
and
save
then he
me.
deleted it and sent one that said "Don't save."
And then
me.
he was going to shoot his fucking head off.
He was gonna blow his brains out, and then he remembered his daughter. But he remembered his
I
daughter,
forgot
who he
about
later
her until
found out was
now.
already dead.
I found out about her. I forgot about her until now.
The daughter,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to blow my brains off.
But now
Guess
I remember
shouldn't.
her, yeah. But like, yeah, he doesn't kill himself. But when he does the distress call, he says 9 are confirmed.
911.
Like,
What's your
gone.
emergency?
Sure. But he says 2 are unaccounted for.
Hello?
And then he finds her.
Hello?
Are you doing a 911?
911. What's your emergency?
There's a man in my home.
Oh, please describe this man.
Tall, blonde, curly hair, wearing like shit-covered pants and sweater that looks like he's done a little bit of spit up on
my-
it.
I'm wearing shit-colored pants.
You done a little bit of spit up?
A little bit. And my sweater, I don't know what you said, but it's covered in cum.
No, I said, I said you did spit up on your sweater. I said nothing about you having cum on your sweater.
How did you see? How can you see me? Where are you?
Boom, idiot. It's me.
Sorry, what'd you say? I think you moved the phone away from your mouth.
Oh my goodness. I'm cutting it. You want me to rate that bit?
Sure.
Honestly, it's like a 6.
How's
maybe
this
a 7.
this
That's not bad.
catchphrase? 65 to your ass. Million years ago on Earth. you put your ass in the thing.
65 to your ass. Million years ago on Earth.
Yeah.
Before you did the second half, it was maybe like a 5. But
65
you brought
your
it
ass?
up to a 7.
With million years ago on Earth?
Yeah. That's a good one. If you use that on someone, I'll smile.
Get Olivia out here.
Why? You hit your
use
head?
it on her. No, I'm gonna use it on her.
You're going to use the bit?
Catchphrase, the catchphrase.
Okay.
What are you, stupid?
What was I just... Oh, yeah. He says that there's 2 unaccounted for pods and then finds hers. So I thought for sure at some point another guy was going to show up.
That would have been good. There would have been some sort of conflict.
Yeah, but instead the conflict is fighting a T-Rex. Wait. 2 T-Rexes? Wait. A really big, weird, buff arm T-Rex? Wait.
I feel like this could have been like a charming, lower budget movie. Just replace the dinosaurs with something else.
Or keep the... I honestly think it could have just been fun if it didn't take itself seriously.
It did,
Or, like, knew what it was.
Even if it didn't take itself seriously, the 2 main characters can't talk. You have to change the
Okay,
entire
then
script.
change that.
There's like 500 lines of dialogue.
And they're all Adam Driver.
Yeah, and he's just grunting. It's just
there was a
grunt.
point where you nearly burst out laughing. I saw you literally did like the blow up cheeks thing. You were trying to stop yourself from laughing.
What was
And it's
it?
when they're in the little cave and they're climbing through, and then there's like the cave caves in while they're crawling through like a slim
yeah.
thing, but somehow none of the rocks fall on them.
No, of course. It's
Only
just like
in
they just
between them.
Usually when caves are collapsing, they just want to block your vision for a little bit.
Yeah, but he gets out and then he just goes no for like 15 seconds.
It was like he's the Riddler.
Yeah, and you You were just like really trying not to laugh because it was like, I guess, an
no,
emotional
no,
moment.
no. This is not how it was supposed to go.
Because here's the thing, that exact like script, or I guess not script, but like scene, if you put that into some movie that's good for the rest of it, I'm like, man, Adam Driver's giving a performance.
But why does he want to, like, I get it, but the only reason he wants to save his daughter because he sees his daughter in her.
Well, no,
that
I
didn't
think,
make any sense. The only reason he wants to save this girl is because it's also a girl.
well, no, I think
that he'd kill himself if it was a boy.
That is not what I thought you were saying. No, I think that like he just wants to save this person, but I think like he wouldn't be trying as hard certainly if it wasn't like a girl the same age as his daughter.
So truly, this is what I wrote as my last note. Truly just a boring, bare bones mess. What the fuck was that end montage? I have no understanding of the tech or how the gun works. What the fuck was that time-lapse SimCity bullshit?
So we should say the movie ends with them like finding a piece of their like an escape pod, I guess.
And then they just fly away.
And even
then they
though
fly
it was
into the
ripped
stars.
to shit by T-Rexes.
Well, when the T-Rex kindly flipped it upright, and then it went into repair mode automatically. So
right. I forgot they said repair mode.
Yeah.
Which can definitely put on a giant piece of sheet metal.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it just makes that.
So they escape. They have like a little moment where it almost seemed like Adam Driver was just going to accept his death because he had finally done enough to save the girl. But then, so he closes his eyes, but then she holds his hand, he opens them, they like kind of smile at each other, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know that the hand holding should like be enough, but like I needed something else to wrap up the movie.
Well, you're never gonna get it.
I know.
You're never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna
So what do you
get
think 65-2 is about?
Well, no, I want to go to your credit sequence thing. So the movie ends with that. It fades to black, and then it just like hard cuts, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
I got no clue,
just
man.
to like
A landscape.
Oh no, it was a fade from black to the flames of the earth.
Oh
with
yeah.
dead dinosaurs everywhere.
Good.
But then it does a hard cut to
No, then it fades over. It time
fades over them?
lapses. It
Okay.
times lapses.
It fades over to the
Like-
bones just being on like charred ground, then to an
Mammoth.
ice age with a
Mammoth.
mammoth.
Just a single ice age.
Yeah. And then it goes to it being just like a mountainous prairie, basically.
Yeah.
And then at that moment, you and I were like, I made a joke that what if they just like showed Toronto being built?
And
then
they
it was
kind
just,
of
like-
did.
But yeah, like I was making the joke that it's like, oh, this whole time they were where Toronto ends up being. But I expected it to like show, I don't know, like some like natives, then some
No,
like,
it just kind of goes from like
pilgrims.
cow to city.
Yeah, I expected like an evolution of society or
No,
civilization, but no, it went from ice age to prairie to the exact same prairie, exactly how it is, but with a giant, like modern,
It's got
if
like a-
not futuristic city.
200,000 person city.
Yeah, just sitting there.
But in this little crook of a mountain.
Yeah, so maybe they were basing it off a real city that kind of looks like that, but it was just a bit jarring.
I think the real
it
city
could
that
have
looks
been
like that
cool.
is the one in your heart.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
So you
65. So what do you think 65-2 is about?
His great times 1,000 granddaughter
Going
discovering the bone
And then it's-
fossils
what was
of
the movie
the
we watched
giant
last
weird
night?
thing.
And then it's Earth Boys Are Easy or whatever. Earth Girls Are Easy.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it turns into that.
Which we watched recently and was bad. I was thinking about it last night and it was starting to make me angry just
was
thinking
bad,
of Jim
man.
Carrey's face in that movie. I have something to say that I just remembered.
Ah!
The weird big buff arm T-Rex at the end
Sure, man.
is chasing Adam Driver. He goes, "Oh, the big geyser that burnt my arm earlier."
I'm gonna
maybe
guise
I'm gonna
him.
guise this. I'm gonna get this guy in a geyser.
Mhm.
And then he does, but nothing happens. And then Koa comes, stabs him in the eye with a poison berry tooth or something.
That she made like 8 years ago.
Yeah. And then he freaks out, goes back onto the same geyser, gets blasted, but then they show him it like landing, and all of its skin is off. It's like peeling and burnt. It's like, did that not happen the first time?
Not allowed. You get one. You get one hit.
You get one free one.
Yeah, you get one free one.
free geyser hit.
One thing I also didn't like, and that they didn't make a big enough deal about, was her using 7 grenades to kill a trapped little dino.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's a big deal. You don't have that many grenades.
Yeah, he
used all of them.
She dumped the whole bag of grenades to kill one dino that she already had trapped.
And she had the big poison thing she literally pulled out of that log, so stab it back into the log.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I swear.
It did feel a little bit like not very resourceful. I get she's a kid. She's going fight or flight. I guess dump the bag, but like even in that moment, I feel like I'd just
first
grab one.
you acquire the bag, and then you dump it. That's like the start of one of those like motivational business videos in my head.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Getting excited.
There's literally not a single
ramped up.
fucking motivation. There's not a single character detail you could tell me about either of them. Like something that character does.
What do you mean that character does? Like something that is like
yeah, like what does he
unique about
do?
that
Like
character?
who is that guy?
He's Mills.
He has a
His name's Mills.
deceased daughter and a wife.
But it said his job. So I thought he was like going on a space mission to like find a resource to cure his daughter. But no, he's just taking a job.
Where he's like a glorified taxi driver.
Yeah. He's taking people to, I guess, go like populate a place
I mean, no, man.
to make money to pay for treatment.
Dude.
There's gotta be better ways. Anyway, so I guess his job is to transport people. He lies to her about her parents being dead.
But does she even fucking understand?
Well, no, because she does understand when he says your parents are on the mountain, which I guess that's not a lie, because her parents were on the mountain. They were just dead.
Let's go.
They were blasted up. Which I think when she like uncovered like one of her parents' things, like the glass was busted and their head was exploded.
I didn't get a good enough look.
Yeah, they didn't really.
Might
give
have to
much
go
of a-
back and see it a second time.
We might. But when they get there, I expected like a big blow up. She kind of just gets sad, has some alone time, and then he's like, "Hey, my daughter died too," which I guess
Everything
she
in this
understands.
movie is the most convenient way out of the problem.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, yeah,
just
because then she just
boring.
goes, "Let's go."
It's like with the quicksand. He fully submerges.
You
she
know what it
plunges
is?
a branch out of nowhere.
Because something I wrote is that this movie, which is a rare thing about a movie, could honestly use an extra like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, just
'Cause
anything.
None of the scenes have any time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I like mentioned to you while we were watching it
He
that
screamed in the theater. He means.
yeah, he like Adam Driver's character gets caught in the quicksand and he sinks. She saves him. So that was a tense scene. She saves him. The first thing that happens is they hug each other, which is a nice moment.
And then it cuts.
But well, no.
And then
It
squirms?
just like as soon as that happens, he goes, the meteor that we've been looking at is going to destroy this place. So that's like a big like whoa, even though we know because dinosaur history, fake history, of course, which we've got.
Yeah,
over.
it's fucking false.
But he goes, this meteor is going to destroy this place. We are now on a very limited time frame, and then it does a hard cut to the next scene, which is like at nighttime. But like 3 seconds into that scene, they like hear that there's dinosaurs really close to them and that they need to climb this thing. There was no time to process what was going on from he's in pit to she blows up thing with the grenades to he sinks in pit to she saves him. They hug. He says meteor. They're like running from dinosaur. There's just no room. They just go from thing to thing to thing to thing. But also, like you said, they conveniently get out of every problem pretty easily. So it's like, have less problems, have them struggle with problems more. Instead of having billions of 65 million problems and 65 million easy solutions. Oh, he's clapping. Thank you.
Wow, man, I didn't know you were going to read your dissertation to me tonight. Jesus Christ.
I've been writing that thesis.
Fuck.
You got anything else to say here?
Bad name. Call it Dino World. Like, literally.
Literally.
Dude.
Literally call it Big Dinos.
Yeah, like... Dude, you'll make $3 million more if you call it Big Dinos.
Yeah.
It's like Monster Cars. It just works.
Yeah. What? Monster Trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that movie still bombed.
It just works, man.
Okay, now here's a challenge. Can you think of anything in the movie that you actually liked quite a bit?
I like the idea that they're on Earth. And it's dinosaurs. But it's not like we brought dinosaurs back. It's like, oh no, dinosaurs are aliens.
Like, kind
Found
of
an
some
alien
sort of
world
human
with
race
dinosaurs.
visited for a brief time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like... There was one good shot of the T-Rex close up. I think in the cave.
Oh, when it was like showing its eye?
When it went to both sides.
Yeah.
That was a good shot. That looked good.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of when he was fighting the little velociraptor looking thing in the cave and there were bits where we couldn't see them, but we could see the hologram of his device showing them fighting?
I did not think they should spend the money on that. That's not...
Because you looked like upset. Like you looked at me, shook your head, and threw your hands up.
You know, I looked at the IMDb facts before we went.
Yeah.
They said this was the first movie that Adam Driver got to use his military training on. Because he has a gun, I guess? Interesting, huh?
I hate IMDb facts. For the movie Silence that we did a couple weeks ago, one of the IMDb facts was Adam Driver and Liam Neeson are both Jedis.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Let him
First
get
of
nerdy,
all-
boys.
First of all, Liam Neeson was a Jedi. His character died.
Qui-Gon.
Yes, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon ginning these nuts.
Adam Driver played Kylo Ren
Did you hear
/
what I
Ben
said?
Solo. Yeah, I did hear what you said.
Did you like it? Or
No, I did not. That's why I breezed over it, because I didn't think it was worth addressing or acknowledging. So that's why I'm continuing on without it. Adam Driver played Kylo Ren / Ben Solo, in which he played a dark side user. Also not a Sith, which is kind of a common mistake, but certainly not a Jedi. You could argue technically that he becomes a Jedi at the end of Rise of Skywalker, but he doesn't. He just holds a blue lightsaber for a little bit and then dies.
Go off, King.
And also, Jedi is the plural of Jedi, not Jedis, similar to how Lego is the plural of Lego. It's not Legos.
It's like a stink stunk kind of thing.
Nope.
Ah,
Close.
Maybe I'll get
It's
him
more
next
like
time,
a
huh?
deer and deer thing.
or
Or moose and moose.
DER or DRE?
Not asking you to spell it, pal.
Which one?
So one... Oh, shit. You stabbed me in the stomach with your toe. That hurt, man. You're going to puncture my lungs.
How'd your kids? How'd your wife? Because
Can I say something that I liked about the movie? I have one thing.
yes, you be.
I think that at the end of the movie, once the little remnants of the meteor like start to land on Earth,
Sure,
I think it
man.
becomes a very exciting set piece.
I don't think it does at all.
Okay.
I think it's boring.
Well, let me continue first. I think they could have made it better by having literally any of the pieces land near them, like aside from the time when
It
like
hit the
two hit their
fucking-
ship. But like, when Adam Driver's like running away from the big buff arm T-Rex,
Yeah, man.
and you see meteors landing behind him, I do think that's kind of cool. And I think they look good and cool when they're landing at night. But, like, I also didn't like when they landed because it kind of just did a little explosion and that was it. It's like, I want to see them, like, plowing trees and seeing the trees fall down individually, or it, like, hitting a mountain and bits, like, flying off and hitting other shit. Like, I find that way more interesting. So, like, I liked how it looked, but I also think it could have been better. You know what I mean?
Sure, man. It's B-reel time. I think this movie is criminally boring for a movie about a guy going up against nature and fighting dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And trying to save a kid.
Who are you casting Adam Driver?
Okay.
I didn't think about how we committed to still doing the Adam Driver casting, and there's 3 other characters in this movie,
And they're all
of them
women?
are women.
2 of them are 14 years old.
I'll recast him as the big T-Rex.
If the growl was just him.
Dude, what if it was a fucking Adam Sandler Jack and Jill thing where he plays
We should
himself?
watch that tonight.
No, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, dude, I don't care anymore. You keep saying it. You're not doing it.
I can't keep wheezing. Dude, what if they had Adam Driver play the girl as well?
Dude, I'd fuck. Then this movie would be a 10 out of 10, man.
Well, that implies that the only problem with it is the
At
actress.
least it's goofy then.
Which she wasn't a problem with it. She did fine.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah, she was good.
But she had no real words to say.
Yeah.
She chanted like she was a caveman. Why is he... Why not just have the translator work? Like, I don't understand that at
Yeah.
all. Or, like, have them fix it halfway through.
Or, like, have some shots of when they're, like, setting up camp for the night, which they do, like, 2 times. Show, like, just a quick thing of him, like, teaching her English or something. So
But,
that they
like,
can-
it's like they literally just thought of the pictures and were like, no words on this one. We don't want any words on this one.
Yeah.
Let's just we'll keep it pictures.
Yeah.
You know pictures?
You know, picking.
You heard the pictures? Hello, guy, you derber pictures.
Also, I found it a little bit weird how he has all these moments throughout the movie where he, like, remembers his daughter. But, like, they never show his wife again after the intro
Oh,
scene.
yeah, man.
He doesn't care about her at all. Like, he literally does. He's never once, like... Because he also
And
knows
my
his daughter
wife.
is dead for most of the movie.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if
So,
the
like,
wife's dead.
would he
man.
not be thinking of the wife also? Being like,
No.
I've got to get back to my
Because
wife?
once the daughter dies, she's done. You're not together anymore.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess,
like,
man. I think it's just that they just were like,
We don't wanna
think showing
pay
the
her.
wife causes, like, adds anything.
We don't want to pay her. Dude.
But here's the thing, dude. If you're not gonna have the wife show, like, have him think about his wife at all, just don't include him in the first scene. Just have the scene be him at the beach
Well,
with
then
his
he's just
daughter.
leaving his daughter alone on a planet.
Yeah, so he can still, I guess.
Just be like, and now you've got a new mother for 2 years. It's just someone he hired.
I don't
Or
know, man.
what if he killed her? What if he just said, "Look, I'm going away for 2 years." Bang, dead.
Well, he might have to hack into his gun to do that.
Oh
first.
yeah. Sorry, give me a second. I've got to do some hacking.
I've gotta
He
do a
pulls
fucking
down
video game
sunglasses,
mini-game.
starts typing on his thing like he's playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Wouldn't it be sick if you had a Dance Dance Revolution machine in your apartment right now?
It would actually be bad. The ceilings are too low. You would slam your head
for
through the
the
ceiling.
low price of $20 per week. I can get you one.
Dude, I was at Walmart and I saw a PSVR 2, which, like, PlayStation Virtual Reality. Like, I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that.
Sorry, and then what was that at the end of PSVR? Sorry, what?
2.
And what does that mean?
It's the second version of it.
But what is... Okay, so... What'd you say? C-Con? What'd you say? C-Con?
What?
What was that word you just said?
VR?
No, the...
second.
So what does that mean?
What are you, Koa from this movie?
I'm trying to learn English, my brother.
Anyway, I got excited because it just came out. It's over $800. Just like...
How is this related to what I was saying at all?
Because you said something about...
I said he was hacking into his gun.
I'm sure I had a reason, but I don't remember it.
Dude, you've ruined me.
Okay, this episode can't go
Where
much
are we
longer.
ranking this?
Well, no, we got to cast Adam Driver.
Okay. The daughter. He's also the little girl.
He's also the little
girl. But he's
girl.
on his knees.
Dude, that's controversial. I'm going to say the wife. I'm joking. No, I'm going to say that I wish that the big dinosaur was just Adam Driver live action in a little costume. That's what I'm going to say.
That's his noise.
Oh, what did you think of the scene where there's like a little herbivore baby that's stuck in the goop and they pull it out and then it's immediately killed?
It just shows the dangers that come with Dino World. When you land on Dino World, be ready because you might get eaten. It's a dog eat dog world.
So true. My overall thoughts that I wrote, because you shared them earlier, and by earlier I mean like 25 minutes ago, I said the movie isn't good, but it's goofy and short. That's good enough for me to say I don't regret seeing it.
Kind of sounds like you.
Goofy and short?
No, not good.
Where you want to rank this bad boy? Sit up.
Literally last. Like, I hate this more than Hardcore
More
Henry.
than Hardcore... No. I don't think so.
Hardcore Henry's at least funny. It's got a good Charlton Copley performance.
Does it?
Yes.
But is Charlton Copley's performance better than Adam Driver's performance in this?
Adam Driver's character is nothing. Adam Driver doesn't have a character. There's a man, he has a job, he had a daughter. That's why.
Can I tell you something controversial?
Those are the three things about him.
I'd rather watch this than that awkward moment.
That's not true, man. I'd beat you up.
That is literally true.
Dude, look, I'm going to be honest right now.
Yeah.
And tell me if this is inappropriate.
I will.
I'm going to kill you while you sleep.
If
you keep talking that nonsense.
Oh, like dissing that awkward moment?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want
to
compromise?
Have you ever woken up dead?
No. No.
Are you ready to?
I don't think I am going to go out on a limb. I don't think anyone has ever woken up dead. Why don't we compromise and put it right above Hardcore Henry?
Dude, Hardcore Henry is better than this.
Really?
At least the stunts are interesting in that one, too. The set pieces are interesting in that. They're creative. There's nothing creative in these set pieces, man.
It is just like jungle, log, rock.
It's okay. What's in a jungle? Quicksand.
Trees.
What can happen in a spaceship? It's got to wait a bit for it to start. What happens with dinosaur? You kill it with big gun.
The geysers, though.
I guess, man. But like, really, I feel like the better version.
You're telling me right now that if I was like, "Hey, Calder, you want to watch a movie? We have to watch Hardcore Henry or 65?
I'm watching Hardcore Henry,
and it's not just because we just saw 65.
Well, it's because we saw 65.
Oh, so
I have seen 65, and it is worse than Hardcore Henry. I will never watch this movie ever again. This movie doesn't exist in a month.
Wait. Then let's say 3 years from now, we're hanging out, and I say we have to watch one of these two movies. Your answer would still be Hardcore Henry?
What would you say?
I would say 65.
No, say it. Ask me the question.
Oh, okay. Hey man, what do you want to watch a movie right now?
Sure. What are you thinking?
Honestly,
Give me two options.
I'm kind of in the okay, I'll give you exactly two options. I'm kind of in the mood for like something dumb and like kind of bad.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to be invested in anything.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah, you don't like long-term relationships.
do you remember early in the podcast we did Hardcore Henry?
Yeah.
And
yeah, the first-person action movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did 65.
What was the second one?
65.
Our 65th episode?
No, 65 was the name of the movie.
And what is it? Is that like a sports number? Is that a famous athlete?
It
Am I
was
just forgetting something?
No, it was like a sci-fi movie.
Okay.
But then it was revealed that it was actually a dinosaur movie.
And it's got the girl that was in Logan and Adam Driver in it, right?
It has Adam Driver. The girl is not from Logan, but she does look like her.
Oh.
And they do kind of have a similar relationship in the movie.
Okay.
Which of those do you want to watch? You seem not to really remember 65, so like maybe we should do that one. So you
tell me like what's an exciting thing that happens in it?
Well, there's a point where they're being chased by dinosaurs. There's a point where
like
they're
in Jurassic World.
No, it's more like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like when Shia LaBeouf is swinging with the monkeys, it's like that, but on the ground with dinosaurs.
That's a really good sales pitch. Anyway, this has been Screen Share.
You haven't said which one you'd rather watch.
Hardcore Henry easily.
Oh my gosh,
dude!
Really?
Yes, man. There's humor in Hardcore Henry. There's like, even if Henry doesn't talk, there's 5 other characters played by Charlton Copley.
But here's the thing:
that are all
I'd
cool
say
and
that the
entertaining.
villains in 65 are better than the
villains are nothing in 65.
They're nothing in Hardcore Henry, man.
At least that guy's cringy.
That guy. You don't even remember his name.
Arsteryx? Okay, name the fucking dinosaurs.
T-Rex.
And?
Velociraptor.
And?
Big arm T-Rex.
There we go.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl didn't do anything wrong.
Quicksand. Also, the big villain of this movie, time.
The big villain of this movie, capitalism. Because the meteorite has been used. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Dude, this is...
you are really this is insisting.
Worse than Hardcore Henry. I promise you tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll feel good about that.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I did kind of hate the jump scares as well. They like weren't very creative.
Adam, there's nothing to either of the characters.
Fine, I folded. New last movie on our list, 65, starring Adam Driver.
Bad.
Yeah.
And I like him a lot.
There were points
he's done
throughout
so
the movie where I was
things.
like, Adam, what are you doing in this
movie?
movie?
It's like his first one where it's like, ooh. Because he's not like, these guys have made other movies and stuff, and I've heard good things about their other movies.
Sure.
But like, he sticks usually with like high art.
I was excited to see an Adam
directors.
Driver action movie, and this was not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his first action movie, and I think it was sold to him as like potentially a franchise, like a John Wick kind of thing. And who knows? Maybe it'll make the
Actually,
amount
you know what? Here's why I'm
that
okay
it
with
needs.
65 going behind Hardcore Henry.
Why?
At least Hardcore Henry was trying something new and committing to its style.
Yeah.
Whereas this was... It was nothing.
I'm excited for whatever these guys make next.
I'm excited for whatever Adam Driver makes next.
Well,
which is
next
probably gonna be
movie
Ferrari.
is a Ferrari, yeah, which is going to be fucking sick. Michael Mann, let's go. Director of Heat. You like Heat? Then Megapolis.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. But like, this is such a... I think it's because they sold it as like, this could be a series. This could be a franchise.
Did they?
You'd have to.
Why? The way the movie is formatted, you can't really have a sequel.
Yeah, you could say that about like John Wick too.
Well, no, because John Wick like walks away at the end.
He always can go on another trip.
Oh, so just do a different space trip, just without dinosaurs
just
in it?
a different planet.
Actually, that would be pretty cool.
Like, this is probably how this was sold to him, but they're like, well, we tie it up in one movie. But, like, this is a step that he doesn't usually take into making, like he was in Star Wars, but he's not in a lot of, like, franchise stuff. He's not a franchise guy.
Yeah.
And this is, like, a franchise-type movie.
I don't know if I agree fully that this is a franchise-type movie.
You don't spend $90 million or $40 million.
Well, it's a blockbuster, or it's supposed to be, but it's more like a ballbuster
but you don't
because
make a
I was in the
blockbuster
theater
with,
being like, ouchie.
You don't make a blockbuster with 2 people in it.
No.
Like, I just don't get it. I don't know what this movie is. And I think it's because it's a COVID movie.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we can only have literally 2 actors.
But another type of movie it is.
It's a family
Not
movie.
good.
Oh, there we go.
So
I wanted to like this one. I thought it was going to be sick.
I was really excited. I think you sent me the trailer.
I did. I was like, oh, look at this.
Yeah. But it wasn't good, unfortunately. Worse than Hardcore Henry. Who could have thought that who would have thought that Hardcore Henry would be beaten this quickly? I expected
but Adam Driver's so high on the list this month.
Yeah, you know what? He kind of needed a low blow.
Yeah.
We did put both Silence, Black Klansman, and Marriage Story pretty high on the list. Anyway. So that was the movie. I'm guessing that most people listening to this episode have not seen this movie.
It'll probably be out on VOD by the time this comes out.
You don't need to see it. If you want to for this
if it's
podcast
on Netflix
to make it,
and you're like, I got 90 minutes.
I don't know why I'm saying this at the end of the podcast because they've already listened or not listened.
Yeah.
But like, I think that the podcast would be more enjoyable if you have shared in the suffering that we have, which is the movie 65.
All right.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the pod. This is technically your episode, so you close out.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Screen Share, a movie podcast about... Oh, it's over!